what if the number on your birth certificate wasn't the final say on your future? Imagine discovering subtle cues hidden in your daily routine that reveal whether you'll stay active and vibrant long past 70. It might sound impossible, but researchers and everyday people have noticed patterns, remarkable signs that separate those who merely grow older from those who truly thrive. You may already sense it in the way you walk, the way you rest, or even in the way you enjoy a conversation. The real question is, what can you do today to extend both the length and quality of your life? Keep reading, because each section uncovers a fresh secret about longevity that might just shift your entire view on aging. Aging is an intricate dance between body and mind, but one of the most overlooked partners on that dance floor is muscle strength. The truth is, your daily movements, such as rising from a chair without support or carrying groceries without strain, often reveal more about your body's future than any blood test. A stable core and solid muscles act like scaffolding that keeps your entire system resilient. Without this foundation, all the other elements of health struggle. Picture two individuals. One continues moderate exercise like gentle squats and arm stretches well into their golden years, while the other writes off physical activity as a young person's game. In just a few months, one still bounds up a short flight of stairs, brimming with energy. The other gradually avoids walks in the park altogether. The difference isn't luck. It's about valuing muscle strength so you can keep relying on your body's natural support system. But that isn't the full story. Muscle mass does more than power you through daily tasks. It helps regulate metabolism, supports healthy bones, and encourages better posture. Weak muscles often invite falls, injuries, and slower recovery times. The small choice to do light resistance training or daily walks could be the wedge that keeps you on your feet and away from a hospital bed. And once you realize this, you start to see muscle health not as a gym obsession, but as your path to living a fuller life. You've probably heard mind over matter, but few realize how literal that phrase becomes after 70. When constant worry or stress takes hold, it isn't just in your head. Your body often bears the brunt. Chronic anxiety sends signals that spur inflammation, dull immune responses, and accelerate wear and tear on every major organ. In fact, some doctors find that a patient's mental resilience directly affects how quickly they bounce back from a simple cold or a minor surgery. Consider someone who constantly fixates on worst-case scenarios, trouble sleeping, tension headaches, even heart flutters become frequent visitors. Contrast that with someone who still faces everyday challenges, like taxes, medical appointments, or family squabbles, but responds with practical calm, maybe by focusing on solutions or seeking support from friends. Over time, that calm approach actually protects the heart and preserves cognitive function. It's not about ignoring difficulties or past traumas, but learning to manage them in ways that reduce physical damage. Techniques like controlled breathing, mindfulness, journaling, or regular laughter with close friends can dissolve layers of stress before they pile up into major health disasters. It may seem small, but that shift in perspective from dread to adaptability can deliver more years of vibrant living than you ever imagined. You might think appetite is a minor concern, yet for those past 70, a waning interest in food can be one of the earliest signs that something deeper needs attention. Just because you eat less doesn't automatically make you healthy or unhealthy. What truly matters is the quality of what goes on your plate. When you graze on nutrient-rich foods that appeal to you, even in smaller portions, your body gains essential vitamins, proteins, and antioxidants crucial for cell repair and immune strength. But imagine losing your appetite entirely. Suddenly, grocery shopping feels more like a chore. You might skip meals or rely on packaged snacks. Day by day, that shift can lead to muscle breakdown. And before you know it, your energy plummets. A lack of key nutrients also muddles cognitive function, which can fuel more stress. A vicious cycle. If you've noticed your hunger fading or your enjoyment of meals dwindling, don't brush it aside. It could signal anything from shifting hormones to digestive issues or even early signs of depression. A proactive approach, like speaking with a nutritionist, experimenting with new recipes, or ensuring you eat smaller but more frequent meals, can make a world of difference. After all, food is more than nourishment. It's a critical element in healing and preserving everything from your bones to your brain. And what happens next might surprise you. People who maintain a steady intake of balanced, whole foods often find their metabolism stays stronger. They have more mental clarity and even show better results in medical checkups. So remember, if your appetite has vanished reached, it's time to reignite it with intentional and nutrient-dense choices. It's an investment in tomorrow's energy, mood, and overall longevity. We've all joked about sleeping like a baby, but how many people truly experience restful nights after 70? Beneath those closed lids, your body orchestrates a symphony of repair. From your cardiovascular system recharging to your brain, flushing out toxins. When sleep quality declines, so does your shield against illnesses, memory lapses, and even everyday stress. Think about the times you've skimped on sleep and felt irritable or forgetful the next morning. Now, multiply that effect by years. Poor sleep can amplify underlying health conditions, from high blood pressure to mood imbalances. Tossing and turning at night isn't just a minor inconvenience. It gradually chips away at your resilience and leaves you vulnerable to everything from joint stiffness to elevated inflammation levels. Yet it's never too late to reclaim a good night's rest. Small changes, like reducing screen exposure before bed, swapping heavy evening meals for something lighter, or developing a consistent pre-sleep routine, can transform nights of tossing and turning into peaceful slumber. Some discover that gentle stretches, a warm bath, or listening to calming music eases them into deeper rest. Over time, your reward is a sharper mind, better emotional stability, and the kind of energy that makes daily life more enjoyable. And here's a hidden gem: consistent quality sleep supports healthy weight management and even heart function. You'll often see improved digestion and a steadier mood. Instead of viewing your bed as just a place to crash, treat it like a nightly spa for your entire body. Because once you realize the far-reaching impact of those quiet hours, you may start cherishing bedtime as a sacred ritual that's paving the way for a longer, more fulfilling life. No matter how independent you feel, thriving beyond 70 often depends on meaningful connections with others. It might be as simple as chatting with a neighbor, calling an old friend, or sharing a hobby with a new group. Those interactions do more than break loneliness. They directly influence your hormones, immune responses, and even how your brain processes information. Loneliness can creep in like a fog, slow and unnoticed. Over time, it can sap your motivation, increase your risk of depression, and even raise your susceptibility to heart conditions. On the flip side, strong relationships offer a protective shield. Friends encouraging you to see a doctor early, neighbors offering help with errands, or grandchildren teaching you new technology that keeps you connected to the world. But that wasn't the whole story. Social ties also stimulate intellectual engagement. When you debate opinions, laugh at a shared memory, or learn something new from a buddy, you're giving your mind a workout. It's like an internal spark that keeps neurons firing and wards off cognitive decline. Whether it's attending a weekly dance class, hosting a book club, or volunteering for a local cause, your social circle becomes an extension of your health plan, one that's fun and fulfilling. If you catch yourself withdrawing or feeling that you can handle everything alone, take this as a signal to reach out. Strengthening your support network isn't just a perk. It's tied to living longer and staying healthier. In a world that sometimes feels disconnected, genuine companionship is the key ingredient that enriches and protects both body and mind. Ever notice how one person in their 70s walks with brisk purpose while another shuffles slowly and cautiously? That difference goes beyond simple muscle strength. Gait speed, how quickly you get from point A to point B, mirrors the synergy of your heart, lungs, muscles, and nervous system. For many, that synergy hints at how you'll cope with sudden physical demands or recover from minor health setbacks. Balance is another overlooked gem. Standing on one foot for 10 seconds without wobbling may sound trivial, but it's a mini test of reflexes, core strength, and mental focus. If you struggle to maintain your balance, it could mean your coordination is slipping, setting you up for injuries. Happily, these daily movements are trainable. Gentle yoga, Tai Chi, or even practicing standing up from a chair without using your hands can rebuild muscle memory and steadiness. Then there's posture. A habit of slouching doesn't just look weary. It compresses your lungs, strains your spine, and may even affect your mood. Straightening up not only helps you breathe better, but also boosts confidence. People who maintain an upright posture often carry themselves with a sense of alertness that resonates through every cell of their body. And here comes the eye-opener. Something as straightforward as walking speed or posture can signal deeper longevity prospects. Tending to these subtle details pays off in the form of fewer injuries, better circulation, and an enhanced ability to enjoy life's simple pleasures, like playing with grandchildren or traveling without feeling burdened. If you haven't already, try measuring how many steps you can take in a minute at a brisk pace. Track it over time. You'll likely see that consistent movement is your ally, reflecting an internal harmony that can keep you going strong for years. Stress can be sneaky. On the surface, it feels like racing thoughts or an occasional tension headache. Deep down, it's more insidious, triggering inflammation that can play a role in heart disease, weakening your immune defenses, and quietly accelerating the aging process. The body sees prolonged stress as a sign it needs to stay in fight or flight mode, releasing hormones like cortisol that, in large doses, become toxic to your cells. It's no secret that daily life can present challenges. A complicated tax issue, sudden health bills, or concerns about loved ones. But if each bump in the road tosses you into panic mode, the constant surge of stress hormones wears you down. Over time, this strain can show up as elevated blood pressure, chronic fatigue, or unexplained aches and pains. And what happened next might shock you. Individuals who learn to defuse stress promptly tend to have steadier heart rates, better immune responses, and clearer mental focus. Whether it's meditation, journaling, laughter therapy, or simply stepping outside to watch the sunrise. These rituals shift your body from a state of alarm to a state of calm recovery. You can't control every event in life, but you can control how you respond to them. If you've been brushing off stress, thinking it's just part of getting older, understand that unmanaged tension is one of the biggest culprits shortening lifespans. Real resilience isn't about pretending problems don't exist. It's about facing them with the confidence that you'll find a way through. Remember, each time you resolve stress in a healthy way, you're literally adding days, months, perhaps even years to your potential lifespan. A sense of purpose can be a game changer, whether you're 20 or 80. However, past 70, it's incredibly powerful because it combats the aimlessness that sometimes settles in once you've retired or watched children grow up and move on. Purpose is fuel for your will to get out of bed, try new hobbies, and keep learning. It nurtures a mindset that perceives challenges as stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Visualize two individuals approaching 80. One shrugs, says they've done it all, and sees little reason to venture into new territories. The other tries painting for the first time, signs up for virtual language classes, or volunteers to mentor younger folks. The difference? One is passively drifting. The other is actively shaping each day. Studies repeatedly show that a driven mind signals your body to keep up and adapt. This sense of purpose doesn't need to be anything grand. You might set out to learn a new recipe every week, care for a small garden, or mentor a local youth group. It's about igniting that spark that says, I still have something meaningful to contribute. That flame creates resilience, helps you bounce back from hardships, and might even awaken new passions you never knew you had. When you cultivate this mindset, you also strengthen your social ties, reduce stress, and often improve your physical well-being. People who feel driven are more inclined to remain active, eat better, and keep up with doctor visits because they have goals that matter to them. The synergy is remarkable. Purpose drives action. Action fosters health, and health inspires more purpose. It's a cycle worth fueling every single day. By now, you've uncovered a range of factors that go far beyond simple luck or genetics. From your muscle strength and sleeping habits to your outlook on life and social connections, each piece forms part of a grand puzzle determining how you'll fare in your golden years. Maybe you recognized warning signs in your own routine: an unsteady gait, fading appetite, frequent worry. Or perhaps you see ways to maximize your natural strengths, like a firm sense of purpose or a thriving social network. No single factor stands alone. True longevity emerges from the synergy of balanced nutrition, robust movement, quality sleep, emotional equilibrium, and meaningful relationships. The remarkable news is that most of these areas can be improved with even moderate effort. You don't have to master them all at once. Start with the one that resonates most with you. Maybe it's working on your balance, reconnecting with an old friend, or reviewing your sleep habits. From there, momentum will carry you forward. The outcome? More than just extra years on the calendar. It's about waking up each day with enough vitality to seize new adventures, whether they're big or small. By taking active steps now, you invite a future where your 70s, 80s, and even 90s aren't defined by deterioration, but by possibilities. So pause for a moment and decide, what's the first move you'll make to secure a healthier, more meaningful life? The choice is yours to make, right here, right now. And when you follow through, you'll discover that age truly can become just a number in the story of your life. If you found even a single takeaway in these sections that sparked your curiosity, hold on to it. Turn it into a practical, everyday habit that fortifies your path to longevity. With each positive choice, you're writing a new chapter, one where staying strong, socially connected, and mentally focused is the rule, not the exception. Your journey beyond 70 is far from over. It might just be the beginning of something extraordinary.